Hi Sophie, Sherry here for a Misty Dimness AMD soap. Today I'm going to be cutting my 3 batches of leg lamp soap. So this is 1/2 of the first bar of the Hers fragrance. This is Apple Honey Champagne from Crafter's Choice. And hopefully we line up pretty good. It looks really good for cutting. I have replaced all of the strings in my cutter that I could. I forgot to replace the one on the end. And it looks like I might need to tighten up a couple of the newer strings. So here's our end piece. Maybe that light on isn't such a good thing. So there's one of our end pieces. And here's one bar of our cut. Those are the end pieces, so they won't have a lot of swirling right away. But you can see here, this is the drop swirl, and then we just took the hanger, threw it along the bottom and around, and just moved our way up in kind of a, not really a figure 8, just a back and forth motion. And these smell amazing. I think my customer will be really happy with these. So you can see the gold base here, and then the uncolored portion is a lighter gold color. Okay, I'm going to tighten up because remember last time I cut a bar of soap, I realized I'd forgotten to string up. Well, I still forgot to string up that one on the end, and I'm out of strings now. So a couple of these newer ones here I need to just tighten up a bit. There we go. That one's a bit, that one's going to go that way. That feels good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and place this in the block. And voila. So these bars without the leg lamps on them, those will be mine to put into the store. So I will have about 6 available of the, Apple Honey Champagne. I haven't figured out yet how to get myself to stop kicking the leg of the tripod. I've tried placing it a couple different ways, and I don't like the position of the camera then when the third leg is out of my way. So I just kind of have to suffer with kicking. Really good there. Kicking the tripod. And this one is still out of place. This wasn't even one that I replaced. Maybe it just needs to be tightened. So there's that end piece. Ooh, you know what? I kind of like this one. This one's just a really nice, simple one. Space here. One thing that I like about swirls is that each bar is different. I kind of like that one too. Give this a bit of a tighten up. Clean everything off. Stick it back on there and slice you up. Okay, the third batch that we made, or the second batch that we made of 3 batches. This is the Lavender Woods Honey one. And yep, looks like we should be able to just cut without hitting any of the leg lamps. Yay! And of course we have the last chunk. So this one was a simple in the pot swirl that we poured into the center end of the mold. Or we poured the colors alternating into the center of the pot, and then we poured onto one end and just let it go. And I'm really liking those bold colors. And it smells amazing. Right now I'm getting a lot of cedar wood from it. That's probably just going to be the nature of an essential oil. As it goes through cure, it should tone down so that we pick up the lavender and honey fragrances. I just really like the way all those came together. Oop, we must have caught just the end of one of the lamps. So that one's not quite perfect. I think if when I bevel it, it should clean itself up very nicely. So that's what the leg lamp soap looks like on the top. And I had to really, really fight the urge to not put glitter on these last two, particularly the frosted blue balls one. I don't know if my customer is going to call it that because she makes up her own labels. There's another one where I caught just the edge of the embed. These ones without the embeds will be mine, so I'll have 3 of those to go into the store. Do some rearranging here. I don't know how I managed to do this all the time, but it's like I can cut them, and there's supposed to be enough room on this sheet for all the bars. It never really works out that way. So now this end one, I have to do the second cut on. I have to ask my husband where he got the strings from. Well, I kind of like that one with all the purple in it. And there's the last part of it. I have to ask my husband where he got the strings and get some more strings ordered. I think I could probably go down to the music store here in town, but they're kind of inconsistent about time and what times they're open. And, you know, just being available and, whoops, what is that? There we go. And here's our last one. This one, the fragrance oil did, seep out a bit. Just on the top, I have no problems with the sides, but the top, you'll see it kind of looks yellowy here. That's because some of the fragrance oil seeped up out of it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that, and it's kind of odd that it's just doing it on the top and not the sides. It's just a bit push. Nope, I'm not either. I'm gonna push that back. We might lose a little bit of this one right here. Yep. It's just pushed over too far, and there was no way to cut it without throwing the rest of the bars off. So here is our end cut. This is the one with the mica outline and the hanger swirl. So in this end cut, there probably isn't going to be a lot to see. So here's this. It's a little not as sharp as I thought it was going to be. Maybe that'll change as we get through some of the bars here. There's the one that's a little bit more defined. Sometimes it seems like it's really easy to overswirl. Oh, there, that one's pretty nice. I still kind of wanted bigger swoops and swirls, but I think these will be just fine. Sometimes it's really easy to overswirl. Sometimes it's really easy to underswirl. I haven't quite gotten the hang of when is too much and when is not enough. And then there's what it looks like with the top. There's the one with a little bit of extra embed on it. And here you can see really sharp, some glycerin rivers in my white. And that's just because I use water-soluble titanium dioxide. I tend to get glycerin rivers when I do white. Here's some more you can see really good. And I don't mind glycerin rivers. I actually like the way they look. So it doesn't bother me that some of my soaps have them. I know some soapers don't like the way they look, but customers don't really know the difference. If you're one of my customers, I don't mean to say that I'm calling you stupid or anything. It's just one of those things that people just don't really notice. And it's just not important to them, and it doesn't affect the way that your soap is used or the quality of the soap. It just affects the appearance. So there we go. There's our 3 batches of leg lamp soap on the cut. I'm Sherry from Misty Dimness Soap. You can check out all my soaps at amdsoap.com. You can check me out on Instagram at Soapies and Sparkies, and check out my Facebook group, also called Soapies and Sparkies. Stay soapy, friends.